husband needs admiration from his wife, uniquely from his wife. What he needs to hear is, that is the biggest gazelle that anybody who's ever dragged into this cave. You are so big and strong. That's going to feed our family for 3 weeks. You're amazing. But fundamentally, there is a wiring to this kind of thing. And men who don't feel admired by their wives, they stop adoring their wives. Women provide and men take care of kids. Don't get me wrong. I'm not getting into these like retrograde gender roles. But the whole point is, if you break the admiration-adoration cycle, you're going to struggle.
Guys, it's EDC Orlando day 1, and I just want to show you guys my outfit. My hat is by my friend. Her company name is Plur Made It. Hopefully I said that right. My earrings are by Tiny Hands Cult. I got this necklace on Amazon. It's got little pink bows. My outfit is from Magical Wonderland. I love them so much. I got my garters on Amazon. I added my little bow cherry clips to them. I got my Devonias on with my leg warmers. I think this outfit came out so cute. I'm literally so obsessed. Cannot wait to see you guys out there. Drink water, eat some food, take care of yourself. Happy day 1.
I feel like people do not understand what it's like for a man to fall in love. That being said, when a man chooses, when a man has chosen and has found that safety, that security in a woman, oh my God, nothing else exists. Like, it is like this feeling of like your heart finally being able to take off its armor after a lifetime of war, and you don't have to look behind your shoulder and think that someone's gonna stab a knife into it. Like, your eyes, you are seeing, it's like seeing with saved eyes. You are seeing your life in a woman, right? And embodying a person, and for some reason you just are locked in. You just feel like, wow, you know, like, I am finally safe in this person I will die for.
A lot of these modern women are thinking and figuring that men are detached. Men don't really engage with us like they used to. Well, you know, for a lot of men, it makes sense to see something and keep walking by. And when you hear a lot of these ladies out here confirm, even though you're saying, no, stop and talk to me. The ladies out here, the modern women online, be loud and wrong. But with the stakes as high as they are today, men can't afford to get it wrong. Not with these modern women. So they just keep on walking. That's the safest choice.
Do women create life or do women carry life?
We do both.
I mean, doesn't it take 2 people?
It does. However, if you have an island with 12 men and 1 woman, you would have a thriving society. However, if you have, you know, 12 women and 1 man, you would only have a limited society, and it would not grow on from here on out. For 100 years, you would not have anything.
But don't men create more life since they can get more women pregnant?
No, because if you have 1 man and 12 women, you have a thriving society because women create the life.
Hey, so let me get this straight. My man takes this lady out on a date. She looking around the spot and she tells him, don't take this the wrong way, but it's a lot of fine niggas that's in here in the spot right now. So the dude is trying to keep it cool. He's like, you know, unfortunately, you're the only one that look good in here. So, you know, I ain't got no opportunities. There's some, like, you know, cougars at the other table. There's some other girls looking at the other table, but, you know, I'm here with you. So then she responds with this face like, yeah, I'm the only one here that's pretty, but you're not the only one here that look good, so I'm about to go ahead and take my chances. After she said there was some fine dudes at the spot, pause, she ended up saying, yeah, I'm trying to get drunk. So then she said, hey, you know what, talking to the dude, hey, I feel like me and you got such a good dynamic that, you know, even if I went to go talk to them, you wouldn't fuck it up. So then he had to go in like, what did you say? Just to get clarification, like, what? And she just started dying laughing in my man's face. And I'll be honest, bro, once I seen her make this face right here, I was like, yeah, bro, you done. She already seen somebody she wanted and it wasn't you. Go ahead and count your losses. It's a wrap, big fella. What y'all think of this? Should he have stayed and paid, or should he have just dipped?
A lot of these modern women like to continue to ask, know why men don't approach. Why men are not coming up and talking to me. Well, a lot of you have gotten a little bit too comfortable with disrespect. A lot of you gotten a little bit too comfortable with just throwing out, he's a creep. He's not the man that I'm looking for. It's just a whole bunch of stupid stuff that you come up with. And a man is like, why would I continue to do it stupidity if I don't have to? That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So you find yourself really not getting approached.
Okay, as a man in 2025, you're only left with two options. Option one, focus on yourself. Accept the fact that having a wife and a family might not be the path that God has for you. Accept that this might be a solo mission, and you're going to put all of your time and your effort into building yourself into the most strong, equipped, charismatic, abundantly wealthy man that you can possibly become with the help of God. Option two, you do option one, and you get really fucking lucky to find a 1 in a million girl who's not going to turn into a lying, manipulative cunt that's going to try to destroy your life, divorce you, take everything that you built, and try to keep your kids from you. So, the choice is yours.
Relationship, it was not for me. I fell out of love. I fell in love with someone else.
And you have people in the comments saying that this is inspiring. Why? She went out there rather irresponsibly, went through the whole wedding, then got divorced because she was in love with somebody else, and wanted to sign on to a show that, guess what, got shut down very soon after that. Hurt her family, him, and his family as well. That's not inspirational. That's irresponsible. Yeah, women out here doing this type of stuff, and men keep on saying, I don't want to be a part of that. These women are wasting time. No issue that's doing it. No, you just heard what she said. And then women in the comments overlooking it. She almost made it out to seem like she was a victim and she had to overcome a lot of trials. The trials that you put yourself through. You know, a lot of these modern women have followed this lie that they got to be a boss babe. And then they get to a certain age to where they're tired of being strong and independent, and they talking about they don't need no man, and all of a sudden they do need a man, right? Back in the day when you was thriving and surviving and moving and shaking and all that stuff, oh, I'm self-sufficient, I don't need no man and all that stuff, sounds great. I'm powerful, I'm a goddess and all that other stuff, until you want to be feminine, until you want to sit in your divine feminine, until you want to be a passenger princess. And then all of a sudden, that ain't the life that I want now. But guess what? With all the trash that you was talking, you didn't really ruin your prospects in a lot of these situations.
I will ask my man for permission before I do anything. And people will say stuff like, oh, you gotta ask him for everything. Yes. Babe, can I buy this? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I go there? If the answer is yes, then yes. If the answer is no, is no. And that's a big problem we have nowadays, because a lot of women don't listen to their men. And that's a respect thing. I'm not telling you to listen to a man that disrespect you and treat you like you ain't worth nothing. I'm talking about a man that values you and cares about you. And you know why we should listen to them? Because women, we're emotional creatures. So sometimes we'll take some decisions and we'll do some silly things without thinking, because we just wired emotionally. So that's why it's good to have a man that cares about you, values you, and respects you. And then you ask him, what do you think about this? Should I do this? Should I do that? And the moment he says no, don't become all like, oh, why you gotta say no? Think about it. Why did he say no? Because this man cares about me, right? He values you. He's a good man. So why wouldn't you listen to his judgment? Listen to your man.
I am not the girl that ever gets approached by guys. Like in my friend group, my friends are the ones that get approached by guys. I used to take this so personally. It made me see myself as like unappealing to men. That really hit my self-confidence. Like I would even just start crying because I'd have enough of it, and I just thought I was like not attractive to the male gaze. Like what's helped me with this is really just understanding my worth in God and knowing that like when I get married, when I have a family, like I'm not going to think back and be like, man, I didn't get approached by guys when I was younger. You know what I mean? That is not something that contributes to our worth and shows who we are. And so if you can relate, if you are not a girl that gets approached by men in public, just don't take it personally. It's honestly maybe just God protecting us. That is how I've stopped taking it personally over the years and just have a more like eternal outlook, I guess.
You know, I don't think it can be understated that guys have pretty much had enough. There's a lot of foolishness going on. There's a lot of women doing a lot of stuff. just chock full of foolishness. And they're thinking for some reason that guys are okay with that. They're thinking that men are gonna be like, oh yeah, yippee. I love this. I love the way that you're acting. Especially in front of my family and my friends. They know what type of man I am. They know what I stand for. My boss. It literally don't matter who I'm around. The people in my circle that I come in contact with on a regular basis, they know what I stand for. And to have you pulling up acting a fool really does a lot. And it goes a long way to ruin my credibility. But you can guess that most modern women don't care about that. They only care about themselves and what they get out of the day.
Do not get on a dating app until you hear this. You are not going to find your person on a dating app. But let me tell you what you will find instead. These comments are real and they are scary. From men with records, women reporting stalkers and nothing happening, profiles still being up after they're being reported, and your safety not being a priority. And then there's some that are on the funny side, people literally saying, delete the apps and go for a walk. Or like I like to say, go clean your kitchen. I mean, it sounds exhausting and brutal, and they're saying that, right? And it keeps you stuck in the cycle of swiping and then being disappointed over and over. Ladies, if you're using these dating apps, please be very careful. Please protect your peace. Please protect your safety. And don't let the app have you stressed over people who don't even deserve access to you.
Here's some crazy research for you. So a third of men, 33%, a little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. The same study said that by the year 2030, that 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single. So I've got a question for the men, because I see it all the time in my comments. Most of my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done. Tell me why you don't want to have a partner in life. Tell me why it's more worth it to be single than to have a partner. Even if you weren't to remarry, just to have a partner. I mean, I've talked to a lot of men. I've got my answers, but I want to hear it in the comments. So please, drop it in the comments.
And you see a lot of these modern women, God forbid a man would ask any questions about what she brings to the table. Even if they don't say, well, what do you bring to the table? But modern women, they don't mind getting their questions out. You come to a first date, y'all really don't even get to the first date, to be honest. But let's say you do actually get to the first date. You know, the first question, I'm barely sitting down. You ask me about what my firm size is. You're an entrepreneur? Well, what do you do for work? By the time the appetizers come, so how much is in your bank account? You know, she running this credit score by that time. So everything that he needs to tell you, or you want to know, he got to tell you off rip. We don't even need to get to dinner. We don't even need to get to dinner. And I need to know what you got going on. But if I should ask you, okay, what is it that you do? Huh? If I should ask you, you know, how do you contribute in relationships? What? If you can't see my value, then do I even need to be here? I mean, if that's the way you feel, I guess not.
Affluent men won't date a single mom. Not true. Not true. You think, ladies, that because you're a single mom, that's the problem, but it is not. As a professional matchmaker, I've worked with these affluent men for 18 years. They tell me everything, and I'm going to tell you what really matters. What really matters is the relationship you have with your ex. Are you guys on good terms or bad terms? Can you relocate? Can you not relocate? Are your lifestyles compatible? So if you've got small kids, you should probably be dating a man who has children right around your children's age. It's gonna make for a better match. If their kids are grown and gone, oftentimes these men want a woman whose kids are also grown and gone. They don't necessarily want to start over again. And the younger your children are, certainly the more complicated it is. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a single mom. If he's crazy about you, nothing else matters. But I will tell you, be protective of those kids. Never put them second. I don't think you would. And never be quick to introduce him to your kids. Just be smart, Be careful and make sure you're vetting these guys properly. I hope it helps.
And excuse me, hello. I think the Valentine's Day is exposing the girls, because why would I want to be in full-on lingerie, thigh straps and all of that, getting drunk with a whole bunch of women? And y'all talking about, oh, you have to wear lingerie. I can wear a cute little dress, a cute little 1-2, little 2-piece. I think some of y'all need to go ahead and come out that closet. The same closet that the men be hiding in. I think y'all need to come out the closet too. It's okay. It's 2026. Everybody is being themselves. Come out the closet, girl. You like your friend. That's why you be acting all crazy over her and possessive and stuff. Talking about, oh, it's Valentine's Day. If you don't have no man, come on, do the lingerie and do the... Girl, I'm not going to be in no lingerie with just women and we drinking all that alcohol. Where is my man?
And a lot of men already know what's up. Get to the date, already audit, and this is okay when women do it. You're already auditing me financially. You ask what neighborhood I live in, what car I drive, oh, do you rent or own? That type of stuff. Men already know what that is. Oh, is your car leased or is your car financed? Oh, you know, it's important. And they say that and they try to make it seem like, oh yeah, you know, try to make it a part of normal conversation, but they're really digging for information. And men can see that. Oh, you're trying to qualify if I'm financially able to do the things that you want, not the things that you need, the things that you want, right? Which once again, cool. If I don't measure up, I don't measure up. But when it's time for me to ask my questions, I want to be able to ask my questions about the stuff that I actually care about the things that I actually value, and not get any pushback. You might have reservations and you might say, I really don't want to answer that. But there are some things you have to understand, and this is where self-awareness comes in. You have to understand that you're asking things that he might not want to answer. He said, well, if he don't answer that, he's shady. Okay, well, there you go. If you don't answer a lot of the questions, some of the questions that he's asking, don't you think that might show up as shady to him?
I feel like a lot of my studs and my men can agree with this. Social media has boosted females' head up too badly. Social media made it so easy for attractive women to get attention without even blinking an eye. It's like once a girl on Instagram or TikTok go viral from like posting themselves or posting their face, bro, it's like they head just go into a different universe. Like now nobody's above them. They don't care what nobody say. They don't have respect for nobody. They don't got respect for their boyfriend, their girlfriend. It's just like, bro, like I'm too bad. I'm too bad. Like what am I doing? What am I doing with this nigga that ain't got no money, that's trying to work towards his goals for us? But I don't care because he ain't a basketball player. He ain't making $2 million a year. I got an NFL player just commented on one of my viral TikToks talking about how he want me. I'm gonna go to him. I truly believe that social media has created a bubble in the minds of women and just have taken them to a whole nother level when it comes to self-confidence. It's overly confident. And no, nothing's wrong with being very confident. I'm talking about you call that girl that went viral on every platform possible. You compliment her. You talk about some, oh baby girl, you cute, you pretty. Oh, I know I'm bad. You ain't gotta remind me. Oh, never mind, forget it. It's like they get so many likes, so many compliments on the gram, on TikTok. It's like the ones that actually come about in real life, they don't even care about, bro. Like, I'm telling you straight up to your face. I'm bold enough to tell you to your face that you pretty. You got your DMs that scared to say it to your face, bro. Come on now.
Why don't women inherently go with the guy that's best for them?
To keep it very simple, historically, we have been programmed to conform to being a victim. Women, we like to be the one that got done wrong. This is why we struggle with accountability. Most women chase bad boys because being with a bad boy allows you to end up being a victim at some point or another.
Why do they want to be victims?
It is programmed in us that poor me is some type of flex as a woman and as a mother, where the majority of the women right off bat I knew I was going to be a single mother. I knew. And being a single mother, meaning a woman, poor woman left with children to raise on her own. That is something that they get to flex off of. They believe it is a flex. That's why when I say it produces the worst product, the comeback is, well, he did it to me. The bad boys will allow, you're able to say, girl, I was fucking with Tyrone, he in the streets, bitch. Yeah, he took me out. It was exciting. There's the excitement side, but then there's always, if this doesn't work out with Tyrone, I have a story where Tyrone was the one that did me wrong.
Like, comment, share. Later.
At some point in time, modern women have gone to, with the way they speak to men, they make it seem like they've gotten their degree in social work. They make it seem like they've completed a substantial amount of coursework in therapy, in counseling, with the way that they talk to men, with the words that they say to men, with the way that they try to take the language that they learned in therapy and weaponize it against men. Oh, you're a narcissist. No, I'm not. That's not the definition of it. Oh, well, you're this and you're that and you're misogynistic, and no, I'm not. You don't know the definition of that. There's plenty of videos out here where a man is asking a woman because she says, well, I think this is misogynistic. Well, what is that? Silence. Because you don't know what you're talking about. And that's what they try to do with, oh, you're gaslighting me. Oh, you're a narcissist. What does that mean? And how is that narcissism? Silence. Because I don't know what the heck that I'm talking about. I can say that I've done the healing and the inner work. And men already know I'm full of BS. I'm full of bullcrap. Because I'm just talking nonsense. That's the position that a lot of modern women are in.
Okay, if you're a man, keep scrolling. Ladies, specifically wives or women who live with your male partner, tell me if this is normal or if I'm just a terrible person. Nothing stresses me out more than when my husband is relaxing. When he's at work, when he's working out, when he's cleaning the garage, when he's doing his laundry, doing the dishes, whatever. When he's up and busy and moving around, my resting heart rate is at an all-time low. I'm feeling amazing. My skin is glowing. I feel zen. I feel at peace. The second he sits on the couch, the second he's sleeping in, I have the blood pressure of a hummingbird. My stress level is at an all-time high. I'm nervously sweating. I'm clenching my jaw. Like my poor husband can't catch a break. Like, unless the sun has gone down, the day is over, the day is done. We are both on the couch. We are both watching a movie. Like, that's okay. But if the sun is up, if the sun is still shining, he best be moving around. He best be doing something.
The amount of women in the comment section of this video that do not see this as being a problem, that it is completely normal, and that it's actually his fault as to why you feel this way is insane. At this point, anyone that does not see this as an issue, my question back to you is, how do you expect equality to men if he's literally doing all the work while you are making this video in clear daylight in bed? I don't know, call me crazy or call me a true feminist, but I believe that both men and women, they have a desire to rest, especially when they are generally hard workers through the day. They might need to take a break because they're human, and I don't think that it's healthy for any one gender to expect the other gender to not be able to take that break. Call me crazy.
Everyone says to squeeze lemons under your armpits when doing RDLs. But why is this so important, and how does it help you do RDLs, walking lunges, and any movement where you're holding weight better? Well, first, in my gym, we don't use lemons. We use money, because you really don't want to lose your money. When you're doing an RDL, if you don't squeeze the lemons or the money under your armpits, they fall out, which means your upper back and shoulders have rounded and the weight has floated away from your body and is unstable, which is bad form and can cause injury. So squeezing the money under your armpits is an important cue that helps us remember to keep our upper body active and engaged even when we're doing a lower body exercise. To engage your upper body, you want to pull your shoulder back and down away from your ears and squeeze your armpits. Think like you're doing a scat pull-up. When you do this, you lock your shoulder back and you lock your lats down into place. And because your lats are engaged, your entire back is tightened up, which keeps your back flat when doing movements. And when you do this, it helps keep the weight that you're holding closer to your body. So it's in a better position, there's less swinging, and it's more stable. Here's what engaging my shoulders and back and squeezing the money looks like when doing an RDL. Here's me keeping the money, and here's me losing the money. And here's what engaging my upper body looks like when doing walking lunges. Here's me keeping the money, and here's me losing the money. Try this out the next time you work out. Grab money, a clipboard, a band, or anything flat, and then place it under your armpits. Then when you go to do your RDLs, walking lunges, or step-ups, make sure you don't lose it. Save this video so you remember what to do, and follow for more gym tips. And remember, when life gives you lemons or money, squeeze it under your armpits. I'm a master juggler. Okay, cool. No!
Women did not want
women's liberation.
What?
Yes, everybody assumes and believes that women kind of looked around in the 19th century and they went, you know, we're oppressed. We don't have any rights. I wish I could work. I wish I could get away from my husband who drinks and beats me. And they marched and they picketed until they had voting rights and equality in the workplace. That's the story everyone's heard, and it's not correct at all. It's in fact, it's the opposite. So we had this big fight in the late 1800s between pro-suffrage groups and anti-suffrage groups. Most women in the United States and England, they far outnumbered by joining the anti-suffrage groups. They were very much against it. And these groups would debate, and women didn't want it. They thought they had a lot of great things going on already that were going to get ruined by suffrage. Only men could be held responsible for debt. There was something called breadwinner laws that said, look, women have to raise kids and be pregnant and have babies. So we have to hold men responsible for financially taking care of women and children. So women couldn't be thrown into a debtor's prison. They couldn't be held legally liable for repaying a loan or anything like that. The anti-suffragists said, you're going to see a lot of divorce. You're going to see broken up families because it's going to pit husband and wife against each other. Political interests will be used to drive a wedge between men and women and break up families. And then we're all going to be a bunch of single moms. We're all going to have to work. Like they literally predicted that.
And women are not going to be receptive to this. Their whole identity has been built from this feminine monster dog, and it's all like lie.
I think modern women like to say, why doesn't a man approach anymore? Well, there's a lot of risk involved in approaching now. Plain and simple. There's a lot of, and this is probably the main thing, there's a lot of disrespect involved. If a man try to come up to you and say hello, then all of a sudden, I just don't really know about him. I just don't, he seems like he's kind of weird. It seems like something's going on with him. He said hello in a high pitched, like where the inflection of his voice kind of turned up. And what kind of man does that? I have no idea. Why don't you just talk to him and have a regular conversation? Maybe you can find out. But modern women don't think like that. They're psychoanalyzing. They're trying to pick out things and find holes and chinks in his armor as if the man didn't done anything wrong by saying hello. And I understand, but I'm just trying to protect myself. With men dangerous and all that other stuff, go ahead and say what you want to say. But I think you can go overboard with your analysis of the man. He just said hello wrong and I knew from the jump. Okay, well maybe, but is there a way that you can just have a normal 5-minute conversation and see if that was anything? Is there a possibility?